Hello, everybody. Wanted to talk to you today about a little something different. I usually do reviews and stuff, but today I'm going to talk about work. So I started out as a woodworker. Just going to go through the first job, maybe the next one after. So here we go. So I started out as a woodworker. Kind of liked the work. It was good. Um, it was a training program because I was very young and inexperienced. So they wanted to train people. So I went into this program thinking it was just a job. Uh, I totally went through the program, the entire thing, learned how to use all the tools, all the equipment. Um, it was pretty good. Um, I liked woodworking. I should have stuck with it. Um, but when I was younger, there wasn't a lot of money in it. Um, People used to, um, yeah, they'd lose their shirts trying to do woodworking. Nowadays, woodworking shops make a lot of money, whereas before they would not. The pay when I first was being trained was minimum wage. I think it was $3.75 an hour, and I had to travel probably 45 minutes to an hour to get to the location. Winter, summer didn't matter. I went from one town to the next, and if you missed the bus, you had no way to get home unless you called your mom and dad or a friend or hitchhiked, which people people had picked me up at that time. It was really weird. Um, Nowadays, it's unheard of. But I had people stop, say, "Oh, you look old. I'll take you to where you got to go," and they would take me to the next town and not abduct me. Thank God. Uh, yeah, I was a man's man. I didn't think that would ever happen to me, but it does happen. Um, now that I'm older, I know this. So, in this job, I worked for years. Well, not years. I worked there for. It was a 6 month program. I was there for 8, and like I said, I got to know how to use all the tools and everything. It was not a bad place to work um, because it was a learning program, and that's all. They taught me how to do stuff. Did I like it? Yeah, yeah, certainly did like it. You're crafty and you like to build things, which I did, um, it's a great gig. So I would definitely recommend um, you start trying to build things or build a career in woodworking. Um, it wasn't just a simple woodworking program. I built chairs, restored furniture that required like stripping and stuff like that. I've seen videos recently um, of people doing a lot more stuff, repairing furniture and stuff, but uh, I never learned how to do that. I didn't. I wasn't in it long enough. Uh, I could probably do it with the videos I've seen online. The only thing about woodworking is I never liked having my hands around blades. I still don't to this day. It's scary. Um, Very easy to cut your fingers off. Some people don't think of that, but there was a guy right after me, same place, same training, um, straight through the friggin' saw and lost his fingers. Safety is priority one. I learned that early on, and yeah, but it was a good job. The work was steady. Um, was it hard? Sometimes. It depended on how big the project was. Um, I learned how to build furniture, um, lounge chairs. What else did I learn? Like quite a few things. There was a lot. There was a lot I learned. But the biggest thing I learned is how to build things and how to get started. Don't be afraid to start doing it. I never worked in a woodworking shop, so I couldn't tell you what the mentality is there. I wish I could. Um, if you could, um, you can put your experiences in the comments. Let me know what you think, because lots of people, lots of people, I'm sure, have done it. Um, my experience was fairly pleasant, but I was a young man as well. People didn't uh, expect too much of me at the time. Um, so I went on to uh, do my best, is what it is. I was a smart kid. I worked on small engines and stuff like that pretty much all my life. So it wasn't a surprise how to use a saw, a drill, a ratchet, like any kind of tools. I was raised with them, so tools were not a big deal. If you're thinking about doing it, you gotta familiarize yourself with hand tools, because you use everything, and I mean everything, in any job you do, uh, such as drills, wrenches, sockets, um, screwdrivers, hammers. Like, the list goes on. You got to know what kind of screws they are. You got to know what kind of bolts they are, what the grade is of the bolts. Um, so if you're thinking about like a woodworking career, it might be a good thing. It taught me how to do a lot of stuff, and my experience goes a long ways. Of course, in my next video, I'm going to do my next job that I had after that, and try and familiarize you with that. And I'm going to tell you what I liked about the job and what I didn't like about the job. What I didn't like about woodworking is it's very dusty and dirty. If you don't like having to dust yourself off, this job's not for you. But having saying that, when you come home from work, you can dust yourself off, throw your clothes in the washing machine, and they'll be clean. They're not going to, usually, unless you're working with stain or some kind of paint, you're not going to get it all over your clothes, and you should be fine. Um, or if you're just careful, um, that'll work too. But it's not like working with steel where you're getting all greasy and dirty. Um, and steel is much different too. That will be probably in my next video. But as far as safety is concerned, always wear your boots. Um, dropping things on your toes real. Don't wear gloves near saw blades. Please don't do that. 2 seconds, you'll cut your hand off. And I hope you, all of you, enjoyed this video. And I'm going to do like a kind of a set on my work experience and what I think about it, and give you an insight into some of the work I've done. Like, this is just telling you how I started. So it kind of leads up to how I got my experiences and how I know what I know now to get on to move on to the next thing. So this is how I learned most of the stuff. My dad actually raised me to fix things. If something broke, if you didn't have the money to fix it, you actually had to fix it yourself. And one of the things you're going to find out real fast about fixing things yourself is you need tools to do it. Now, if you have the tools to do it, you can fix these things and save money on fixing the next thing. You know where I'm going with this. So you do have to spend some money on your tools, but then you can go on and do that. I got a variety of tools. I've got woodworking tools, welding tools. I've got you name it, I've got it. Like, I can do almost any job, almost. I don't have like big equipment like digging post holes and stuff like that, because I don't work in that kind of a field. But I do have like saws, drills, wrenches, just things I need. And it gets me through to the next job. So, anyway, I'll let you go. Hopefully, I know this video is kind of boring, but kind of interesting too. I would hope for somebody that was interested in woodworking. Um, I hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you're starting a project, good luck with that, and don't be afraid to do it. Um, you'll make mistakes. I've made tons of them, but at the end of the day, it's people usually love the stuff you create, whether it be wood, steel, whatever. And you might not think it's that great, but somebody else looks at it and thinks it's fantastic. So don't be afraid to do that. And anyway, with further ado, no further ado, like and subscribe if you can. And I'm gonna see you next time for my next video. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. We'll see.